So I kinda did a thing. So hello everyone, I'm Tofu, welcome back to Ewetopia, my all-sheep island, and as you can probably tell, we're doing another villager hunt today. So the lovely Etoile here wanted to leave, and I did want her to move off the island eventually, so I buckled under the pressure and allowed her to go. So I've got 100 tickets on me, we're going to be hunting for one of these sheep that are still available to me, and let's jump to the first island and get it started, shall we? So, welcome to my villager hunt, the second villager hunt in as many videos. Obviously, the last time we were on acnh, my rainbow themed island. Today we're on Sheep Island, so we're looking for one of the 5 sheep available to me, which happen to be Barbara, Eunice, Muffy, Pietro, or Timbra. And the first villager we have is absolutely amazing character, but obviously not a sheep. It's the wonderful Kabuki. I have had him before on a non-recorded island, and I'm pretty fond of him. I do have just, any fondness for a Japanese themed villager. But he's pretty cool, obviously very grump looking cat, but still cool nonetheless. But we must move on. So there were 3 villagers that I kind of wanted off the island, those being Etoile, Wendy, and obviously my boy Rudy. And it just happened to be that Etoile was thinking, and like I said, I buckled under the pressure and I allowed her to leave. There was no real reason for, choosing her over, say, Wendy or Rudy. Obviously, I love Rudy, he's my boy, he's kind of the mascot of the channel, and so I kind of wanted him on the island for a little bit longer. Just to interrupt myself, this is the very cool Dragon Boy in Drago. But back on the subject of sheep, what was the reason that I wanted, say, Etoile or Wendy off the island? Obviously, it makes sense that Rudy would eventually leave the island because obviously he's not a sheep. But my reasoning for Wendy is that I've had her before on a recorded island, being Tanglewood, my jungle island, and Etoile, I don't feel like I really earned her being on the island. I scanned her in just to get rid of Chops, who I really wasn't keen on. Someone else I'm not really keen on is Peck here. I don't like his soulless dead eyes, so obviously let's run off to the next island and keep this hunt going. Some might make the argument that I should get rid of Stella if I've obviously had her on an island before, but I've already kind of established Stella as part of the island being the farmer, and I've done a build around her, and to be honest, I just love Stella. She was my first sheep villager that I ever had, and she's the main reason that I even wanted to do a sheep island in the first place. Just loving someone that I didn't expect to like as much as I did, and realising that I like all the sheep designs, it all came from Stella, so she is the person to thank for this series if you're really into it. By the way, this is Maggie the pig, and she's pretty cute, but obviously not one of the 5 sheep we're after, so let's move on. That's kind of another point in favour of getting rid of Etoile, because like I said, I didn't feel like I really earned her, I didn't find her on a villager hunt, but she's a normal villager, and whilst I really like her design, she's really cute. I've obviously got Stella, I found Vesta on a villager hunt, and so there's plenty of normals, and we could end up finding Eunice eventually, which I'm pretty sure is a normal villager. So there'd just be so many normal villagers on the island, and like I said, that coupled with the fact that I don't feel like I earned her, I scanned her in just to get rid of a character that I really didn't want. I feel it's only fair that, I swap and change Etoile. This is Tom, another really cute, cool character. Being a cat, I do love the cats. And someone I've never had before. One of the few cats I've never had before as well, which makes him a little bit more unique. But next island. And I'm sure there's 1 or 2 people that might be upset over the fact that I've kicked out Etoile before I've kicked out Rudy. But there's also people that are making the argument that Rudy should stay on the island. I mean, he has been on the island longer than, to be honest, half of the residents that are on Sheep Island. Here we have the adorable Bangle. She was the first tiger I ever had, and much like Wendy, was a resident of my jungle island of Tanglewood for a brief moment in time. She's pretty cool, and probably my favourite tiger because of that. Just the fact, she was the first tiger I ever had. But a cutie, very nice to see. But we must move on for now, unfortunately. So, next island, hopefully a sheep. So now that I felt I've argued my case as to why Etoile can leave, let's talk about the sheep that I guess I would like to find out of the 5. And honestly, I wouldn't mind any of them, it doesn't really matter, but I would really like Muffy. because I'm pretty sure she's the only Uchi sheep available. And yeah, we obviously have a Snooty in Willow, and I think Timber and Barbara are Snooties. Eunice is a normal, and I'm not actually sure what Pietro is. Is he a jock or a smug? Not sure. This is Peaches the horse, and they're okay. I don't like the crosses for eyes. It's just the whole looks like they're dead thing is just not cool, but other than that, a decent enough design character, I suppose. I guess the sheep that I'm least fussed about finding, and I mean this in the nicest way, but probably Pietro. And not that I'm, like, I don't want to find him, it's just that he would work on my rainbow themed island as well, so, you know, I could miss out on him on this island and then find him for my different island. By the way, this is Peck and is our first dupe. I'm not even sure how many tickets we're on, but I don't think we've even hit double digits yet, so that's a shame, but yeah, let's run away. But yeah, I think Muffy is on top of my list as far as the sheep goes. This is Hippo. I'm not going to jump over the river to talk to him because, frankly, I just don't want to. I just don't imagine he would fit on any of my islands, to be honest. Crime Island was the only one he might have fit on. And even then I wasn't particularly keen. And so I'm going to pose a question or two to you. So out of the 5 sheep that I've mentioned, so Barbara, Eunice, Muffy, Pietro and Timbra, which is your favourite and which one do you think I'll find, if any? So obviously I think we're in double digits now and we find the lovely Renee the rhino. I do like her, she was on Crime Town, unlike Hippo, and yeah, she was the one that kind of got bullied off the island via Biff and Bitty. So my headcanon for that was Bitty was Biff's mum, and she was talking smack about Renee. Renee didn't like the fact that her boyfriend, being Biff, wouldn't stand up for her, so she ran off to her big brother Spike, who then came on the island, fought Biff, and Biff had to leave because he got his ass beat, basically. Oh, the deep lore of Jailtown. You gotta love it. If memory serves, my last villager hunt, literally the last video, I found plenty of previous Jailtown residents. I also got a lot of dupes, so hopefully we're not going to find as many dupes this time round. Where's the villager? Oh, there we go. We have Norma. Quite a nice cow. Pretty cute. Probably the nicest cow, honestly. I know there's not that many. But, yeah. The best of the few that there are. Of course, I'm just assuming that everyone that's watching this watched my last villager hunt. So, in fact, you know what? You should watch it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it now. I'll wait. Cool. So you're all caught up. Oh, what a finale, right? My god. It was so good. So good. And that bit in the middle with the car chase. Oh, high drama. What am I talking about? Everyone that did watch that video is now like, what the hell? I don't remember a car chase. This is Rolled. He's just as clueless as to what I'm talking about as everyone else is, myself included. He's kind of a cute penguin, but yeah, obviously not for the Sheep Island, so let's move on. In all seriousness, no, do you think I'm going to be just as lucky or less lucky, maybe even more lucky than my previous village hunt? Just let me know. This is Sparrow. He's very similar to Peck, but has slightly better eyes. He at least looks a little bit more alive than Peck. Like I said, Peck just looks a little bit kind of like, yeah, a little bit dead behind the eyes. But anyway, not someone I'm particularly interested in, regardless whether I was hunting for a sheep or not. So moving on. Naturally, I'd like to assume that I'm going to be lucky on this hunt and I will find a sheep, just so that we can draw a little bit closer to essentially the finale of Ewetopia. I am kind of close. I've still got little bits of, you know, area of the island to develop and build up. But, yeah, it's getting there. This is Velma, by the way. Yeah, okay looking goat. Still annoys me the fact that her catchphrase isn't Jinkies. Why would you make her look like Velma from Scooby-Doo if you're not going to do that? So, yeah, moving on. So here's hoping that I don't have to go the full 100 tickets to find a sheep, because that would just start getting a little bit kind of stressful. As far as cool villagers are concerned though, here is the wonderful looking Zell. Never had Zell myself. He's one of those characters I would like to have at some point. Probably one of the better smugs out there as well. I'm just, I don't know, I'm a little bit unlucky when it comes to the smug villager when they're introduced via the camp yeah, the campgrounds on this game. I always get someone that's just either not good or kind of just a bit meh, honestly. I was about to say that I've never had someone that's like absolutely terrible through my campground, but then I have had Lucha on the Tanglewood, my jungle island, and I had Hans on Ewetopia, and to be honest, I would consider both of them very low on the list of smug villagers available. This is Margie. She's a pretty cute elephant, someone I've never had before. I've always kind of wanted her ever since I watched the anime movie. But yeah, again, elephants are one of those species that I don't tend to have a lot of, but the ones I have had, yeah, been really cute. I did find Paolo on my rainbow themed island, so I'm hoping that he really grows on me, but he will definitely not be leaving the island. He was my top pick as far as pink villagers are concerned for that island. This is Ed. I think your name's Ed. It is indeed Ed. Well, I wasn't sure who it was. I couldn't think of a name, so yeah, I'm glad it came to me in the end. Yeah, not someone I'm obviously interested in, so moving on. Let's put out his fire. Good. Away I go. Speaking of Rainbow Island, I still need to try and figure out what I want to do for an entrance build, because I do want to do that relatively soon. I have gone to a treasure island or two, and I've just been collecting various colourful bits of furniture in the hopes that I'll get some inspiration. But yeah, I might have to do the thing I said during my last villager hunt and just visit a couple of really colourful islands and see if I can get inspired by that. This is Zucker, Takoyaki, Octopus Boy, never had him before, and obviously that's going to continue now, so next island. Something I do need to do on that island though is I need to pay off my home loan so I can improve my storage. Because my word, my islands are getting really cluttered with just various bits of furniture that were out on the island. And that I think I have the original storage space, and so I've got things just dotted around everywhere. It looks a massive mess. It would just be nice to be able to throw it in the storage. This is Zoe. She would be kind of a cute and cool character, but I really don't like the weird like bumpies on her neck and hip on her jumpsuit. I don't know, it's kind of off-putting, and I can't explain it. It's just weird, and yeah, no thank you. I still haven't decided what I want to do if I did get to 100 tickets and I haven't found any of the sheep. This is Stu, obviously not a sheep. He comes up pretty often in my villager hunts, and yeah, he's unoffensive, but I don't like the fact he shows up so regularly when I'm not looking for him. But anyway, back onto what I was saying. I don't know whether I should just autofill or just get a single ticket and then take whoever's on ticket 101. I guess I'm leaning more towards the 101 ticket idea, just because there's always the possibility that I end up getting someone off of one of my previous islands, or even Arc-en-Ciel, or maybe even one of my wife Mumsy's islands. This is Peaches yet again, so no thank you. Put out their fire. Hopefully we don't get too many dupes. Already seen 2 in, like, what, ticket 20 odd? So 1 every 10, that's not great. So, random thing, but it's just come to me now. I think I said that Muffy was the only Uchi available when it came to the sheep. I am actually wrong, so I'm going to have to make a correction on that, but Frita is also an Uchi. She obviously can be one of the starters on one of your islands. Anyway, just to interrupt myself, this is Huck, and not particularly a boy I'm interested in. The fact that he's got that one big wart like thing doesn't help, but you know, frog, so it makes sense. But yeah, I just had to correct the whole sheep and Uchi thing while it was on my mind so that people don't scream at me in the comments. And whilst I'm remembering things, or kind of things are coming to me, I'm wearing my hoodie in the bedroom, in the recording room, and it's getting really warm in here, so I'm going to have to obviously take that off at some point. Here we have the absolutely gorgeous and adorable Vivian. I love her so much. Of course, she's acting like she doesn't know me, but we did briefly have her on Ewetopia. So she was my wolf in sheep's clothing, and then obviously I moved her on in order to replace her with a sheep. To be fair, if I did go to the 101 ticket, and obviously then go and take whoever that is, it'll be a nice surprise if we manage to get one of the wolves, or say Shep, because obviously he's a sheepdog, so that would work pretty nicely as well. Hopefully I don't have to get to that point, because obviously I want a sheep. Here we have the adorable Mint. I was kind of tempted to say Nibbles, but you know, the fact that she's mint green does kind of help. Also, this waterfall is really loud. I need to run away pretty quickly. Okay, Mint is adorable face to see, but obviously not someone we are after, so let's run away for now. That's the wrong thing. Get my ladder out. Fabulous. Pro gamer. So I think we're around ticket 25. If I get to ticket 30, I'll be doing my usual thing of doing a quickfire round of like 10, 15 tickets, and then obviously we'll continue the hunt proper from there. Here we have O'Hare, and I mentioned it in my last villager hunt, but I do like the fact that he just has this little straw hat and it clips through his ears, because it's kind of silly and it makes me kind of just chuckle to myself. He'd be a cool character to have on Rainbow Island, but not this one, because, yeah, we all know what I'm hunting for. I am highly doubtful, but do we think I'm going to find a sheep before we hit the quickfire round? Pretty sure I just saw Stu. Yeah, he's hiding behind that tree, look. He's ashamed to be seen by me. Another dupe, so that's a third in 30 tickets or so. Again, kind of the 1 in 10 seems to be running true so far. Okay, Anticipation Mountain. Feels like it's been a little while since we've had one of these. Who do we think we're going to find? At the top, 3, 2, 1. Big reveal. Oh, it's Muffy! We found our goth queen! Oh, absolute result. And it was before the quickfire round, which is really surprising. Wow. Oh, Muffy, you gorgeous thing, you. Guess what's happening? You're coming to my island. You're going to be the new queen of the island. There's plenty of queens on the island, to be fair, but you're going to be one of the queens. Ah, come to my island. I'm going to totally attribute the fact that I corrected myself in that Muffy isn't the only Uchi villager, as far as the sheep are concerned. And she was so wowed by that humbleness of me correcting myself, the positive energy, that she just had to come to my island. Oh, good stuff. And there are so many parties. And you're going to stand in the corner and ignore everyone, being the goth you are. Oh, what a result. And then after the success of my last villager hunt, and then this, just good times all round. And so with the success of that hunt, I'm going to call today's episode here. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. If you enjoyed what I did, please hit like and consider subscribing if you haven't done already. At the time of recording, I'm really, really close to 1,700 subs. So any little helping hand that you could just push me over that threshold would be a massive, massive help to me. But as for my next couple of videos, I want to be obviously building the entrance for my rainbow themed island. And I guess I'll be doing a build on this island and just edging it ever closer to completion. But until then, I want to say a massive thank you, hope to see you there, and of course, have a good one. Cheers, guys!